Hello everybody, this is Sean and welcome back to episode number 24 of our Rimworld Alpha 15 Fallville Let's Play. We're on Cassandra Extreme Difficulty Permadeath with our Tundra colony building outside. When we left off, our colony of Fallville was under attack. We get to try out our new kill zone, our newly redesigned kill zone here. I remembered to draft all my pawns before the end of the last episode, so just in case I had forgotten to recap, I would be reminded, but I just watched the last couple of minutes of the last one. So there are our attackers. Doesn't look like any serious threats among the weapons. I like how they all turned around to face me during the process of being saved. So yeah, that should be pretty easy. So these three melee guys will rush up. Nobody's going to have any chance. Those snipers are not going to have a chance to stand at the edges and snipe me from back here. They're going to have to join in. They'll probably line up along this back wall, but that's alright. I've got plenty of guys of my own to protect me. So let's get everybody moving here. Whoops. You want to put your pawns behind the pillars so they get the best coverage. Have my melee guy around the corner there. He'll be safe. She will, well, most likely it's a she actually. I don't know. So I've used up all my posts already. That's crazy. There's another melee pawn. That one's definitely a he. I also noticed that for some reason this is set to important and it should be critical. And what was the other thing I wanted to change? Oh yeah, Kramer apparently is hitting on Lumi as well. Yeah, you understand that Lumi is married. Or in a relationship anyways. We don't need you interfering with that. But I'm gonna maybe give you, you should try to hook up with somebody else. I could stagger, well, let's worry about that later. I could stagger everybody's schedule and like create couples, try to do it that way. It seems like a lot of work. And they're gonna split up, so fine. Do it however you want. I do need to get one of these guys to flip the switch. So why isn't that you, Buchanan? There we are. Vance is moving. Good so far. This guy might actually be able to take out my turret. Nope. So only, okay, those two can still shoot the sniper rifle. Vance is going to be worth catching. Where is there a fire? Well, is that a steel door? I'm going to go ahead and move one of my melee guys down there. It's not going to walk around any ridiculous. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. I could go out and attack that guy hand-to-hand. Let's see what Vance is like. I might rescue him since I have the chance. He has a bionic leg. That's a good start. Let's see, how did he get stabbed in the neck? Like one of his own guys? That doesn't make any sense. Didn't lose any loved ones yet. Still the opportunity for that. He's got pretty good skills too. Good cook, I could use that. Good shooter. Passion for construction. Not so thrilled about the traits. But he's in good health and he has a bionic leg, so he's probably going to be like 90%, 99% chance, more or less impossible to recruit him. But I'm going to go ahead and capture him anyways. My prison is way over here. Is there any way I could set up a... No, I can't, so that's alright. I got plenty of time. I guess we'll capture him. But I gotta get my real prison built up, if that's how that's gonna be. So I'm just gonna let this guy bash down that wall. What I should do is have this guy come down and repair the wall. Dorna set up to repair? If not, she's gonna be. She already is. So undraft you and repair the wall. It sounds like, oh, these guys are beating on the walls down here. I'm not gonna be able to just go and repair them all. I guess I could, well, kind of have to bring these guys down, figure out what we're going to do once they get down here. And you were going to put that fire out. I hope you can fight fires. That would be frustrating. So let's have you guys kill this guy while you're over here. And yeah, the rest of you can go down and address these issues. I think we'll make it there in time. Oh. Somebody made it around to the kill zone. Let's attack him from behind. You're going to that doorway, right? Alright, so should be able to kill him pretty easily. Down here. You know what? I'm gonna actually have you repair these things for a minute. Nope. Maybe not. I think if I kill these two guys, they might run away. Ah, good. Alright, they broke, so I don't need to worry about. But what I should do is bring these guys out and try to shoot them as they run away. Maybe I can take one of them down. Another potential prisoner there. Let's see. Is it freezing cold in here? It is. I should move this heater just directly into here. You can unrecruit there. So those guys are still shooting at the guys running away. What about this fella? Got some cuts. That's not too bad. Didn't lose any limbs. Depressive is not a good sign. He's a careful shooter, though. But his skills are meh. It'd be nice to have as a hauler, maybe. Does have basic crafting. Doesn't seem like I'd really be thrilled to have him around, though. And I already do have one prisoner that I kind of want to keep. I'm gonna pass on that guy. So just make sure none of these are forbidden. Go ahead and unforbid that stuff. Let's take you off pause. Let's flip that switch. And you guys can go back to non-drafted. Didn't even hit anybody. That's too bad. But the raid went off pretty well, I'd say. No, I had one injury, it looks like. Oh, the guy that was fighting hand-to-hand, and he just got bruised, so that's not too bad. How cold is it? Jeez, it's really cold. Luckily, I have some steel, if I recall correctly. So I'm going to build a couple of heaters. I'll build one in there, and it looked like I needed to build one down here as well. You've already got one. It's 50 degrees in there. That's reasonable. You're at 54, so that means these rooms are getting pretty cold. So I guess I need another heater in here. Should be good. And is Dornick? Oh, Dornick just has bruises though, right? So it doesn't really matter whether she gets treated or not. She's not going to suffer any serious injuries. And Vance, I probably should set up to recruit. Nah, I knew it. 99%. It's that bionic leg. And they were from a pirate faction, weren't they? Well, yeah, I'm not hostile with any of the people faction, so well, I guess I'm gonna release him. No point in holding on to him. Doesn't do me any good to release him though. Oh, so maybe I should capture this creep guy then. How long has he been laying out here? Well, he doesn't have hypothermia yet, so I guess he hasn't been laying out here too long. Buchanan, alright, how about you go ahead and capture creep. Yeah. Well, I'll just do a temporary bed. And then I will make you into a hospital bed. And then now I will capture. So, shouldn't that stick? Oh, yeah, you need to be in a hospital bed, don't you? Well, I thought that would pop him out of the hospital bed so I could pop this guy in, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and capture him. Maybe he'll be a little easier to recruit. He is kind of borderline anyways. Like I said, he'll be a good hauler. And although he doesn't have any passion for crafting or construction, he does have reasonable skills in that area. So let's go ahead and set you. Yeah, that's a lot better. We'll set you up to get some treatment. And actually, why don't you prioritize treating creep? Ooh, that's a fortuitous name, creep. I mean, aside from the depressive, I don't see much too creepy about him. Dorna needs treatment. Well, then why did you get out of bed? Oh. Yeah, see, now in this case, I'm fine with you having gotten out of bed. That doesn't bother me so much. Treating up these prisoners. There's a solar flare. It's alright. And who's got an infection? Vance. Well, he was the one that I wanted to let move on. What's going on with you? You're still upset about that, reasonably so. Less than 4 days. Our long national nightmare will finally be over. Severe illness? Really? You just got that infection? Oh, extreme blood loss. Oh, took you long enough to treat this guy. Let's hope he doesn't die. Still losing blood. I'm not quite sure the point where they die. I mean, I guess 100%? Like, that would make sense. Just a hair, that's fine. Oh. Now, Creep's got an infection in his torso. Well, that's tough. So Kimmy and Lumi are going to get married, and they got these guys constantly hitting on them. These guys are going to freeze. Boy. And probably die from infection, it seems. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and relocate this to relocate it in here, but I guess I can relocate it on top of where Kramer's standing. Oh, I'm just gonna let that guy go with all of his infections? That seems irresponsible. It seems like I'm asking for a pawn died. Wanderer joins. This game. So it's Kramer's sister, so I can't just kill her. And she's a sailor, right? Oh. and a pessimist and a prostophobe. Are you sure I can't just kill her? I mean, you know, the hauling will be all good. This is a very incompetent pawn. And whose sister are you? Kramer? Hey, noob. I never said you could bring your stupid sister here. I saved you from pirates. She shouldn't be following you. What am I gonna do with her? Vasilisa? Vasilisa? I don't know, doesn't matter. So she has no skills of any sort. Incapable of skilled labor. So let's just assign her to... I like how being a doctor apparently is not considered skilled labor. You can't hunt because you're incompetent with weapons. At least you can cut plants. Art, also not skilled labor. As a photographer, I'm very insulted by that. But hauling, at least you are capable of hauling. And research, somehow research, also not a skilled labor. Good logic there, game. Right, well this means I can at least clear up. I should be able to clear up quite a few people, really, to do things other than just haul and clean. Kind of like to... Well, I have... This pawn is focused on art, so I don't really want to have anybody else start picking up the slack when it comes to art. But I could have people pick up the slack when it comes to crafting, specifically when it comes to tailoring. So let's have old Slowpoke Shoe do a little more tailoring instead of hauling. Kramer, I would like you to get more experience in construction. But I don't really have a whole lot for you to build right now, and actually you do need to worry about growing and mining, so why don't I bump those down to 3. Yeah, you're already set to where pretty much everything is a higher priority than cleaning, so... Alright, leave it like that. Hopefully Vasilisa can earn her keep. And we are running at a deficit on power right now because there's nothing going to our windmills. Up to 8 pawns, almost through the mood issues. Everything's coming up Millhouse. I liked how the kill zone worked pretty well. Had a couple of minor injuries to our turrets, but nothing got exploded, so I was happy about that. What are we researching? Multi-analyzer, that's right. So that means I need to get some plasteel, so I probably should finally get around to setting up. Whoops. Oh, and I built the wrong table. Nice job. Let's try building the correct table, which is the machining table. So it'll be probably another 7 episodes before I remember to set this up correctly. But we'll get that started for now. And you are going to smelt metal from slag and from weapons, but let's set that ingredient radius really tight until I can figure out how we're going to set that up. And you're going to smelt metal from slag, and I'll set that really tight as well. So I could put slag out here and weapons, like a very limited selection of weapons, limited criteria. So I'm going to want like poor and worse, I think. I'll just do that right there, and we're going to do go awful to poor. Let's just start with awful to shoddy. And weapons. Great. We'll just leave it like that. Now let's set you to do forever. And we're gonna increase that radius so it covers it up. Covers up that zone. That should be good. It's more than good. But I shouldn't have to worry about any weapons getting caught up in there, but just to be safe, I'm gonna eliminate that. And for slag, I guess I could set up a zone along, well, I was trying to leave that, actually I guess I'm not trying to leave that as a hallway, but I'm going to do that after all, because that would be the smart thing to do. What kind of radius do I have set up for you? You got a pretty good radius. So, for slag, I guess up here, fine. Storage, clear all important chunks. Slag, great. That should fill up there. And that should take care of that. So, do I have enough wood to make a copy of you? I do not. I do have some steel to spare. You know, that's not going to get used often enough to justify a bench. I'm not going to put a bench on this one either. They are producing some fine meals, but I think we're going to run out of vegetables before we get to that point. You I can delete. You I can move back. How is creep doing? Major infection, 65% immunity. Torso infections killed the pawn in a previous game I was playing. I'm worried that it's going to kill this pawn too. Isn't extreme the next step? So creep is looking like not a very good shape to survive. So I'm going to switch him to where I don't recruit him quite yet. Hopefully I remember to switch it back to recruiting him once he pulls through. But for now, I don't want to recruit him and then have him join the colony and then die. Not that I'm sure, I'm not quite sure what would give you the... Actually, it might be better, because I think it's -3 for a colonist dying, and I think it's -5 for a prisoner dying. So you know what? I will continue to try to recruit him. Finally, a piece of art. So where would I best be to put this? I'm going to say in the dining room. Just try to... People walk through here in the morning when they wake up. Maybe they'll get a little mood boost, and then of course they eat here. That should give them a mood boost. Turn that speed up so people actually get things done. Okay, good. The power is back on the positive side of things. Once one of these batteries fills up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off the grid. Just reinstall it down here. That way I'll have 2 spare batteries. 1 battery is usually enough. My last game, I used 3 batteries. 1 on the grid and 2 as backups. I think we should be able to manage to keep this one going on the same level of power. Let's go ahead and just check the grid real quick. Make sure everything's hooked up. We got our new windmill online here. I never did hook up that solar panel. Common mistake. This solar panel is also not hooked up. Probably hasn't been since this stuff got destroyed, which was quite a while ago. So for those of you who noticed that and were yelling at your monitors, I appreciate your yelling, I guess. Go ahead and complete this circuit. guess a smarter man than I would attach another switch over here. Oh, look, I finished those doors. So let's remove that. We're going to replace it with a wall. Looks like a marble wall. And let's set up our new defensive pattern. We're going to expand the roof area a little more. Like that. Leave you undercover as well. Once I start getting those built, I can deconstruct the stuff behind it. I think I'm gonna just leave the power line there. I don't want to have the power line here because the turret's too close and might blow it out. It is ugly to have the power line visible like that, but you know, this is not a place of beauty anyways. Great. Well, I was talking about doing auto doors. I'd have to get a pretty good investment of power to be able to start having a bunch of auto doors. I do have some of the stuff to start making medicine. Medicine production, does that require a multi-analyzer? Nope. It does require a lot of research. I need to get that multi-analyzer built, but it's going to be a little bit before I can. So let's, you know, I could use geothermal power for sure. Let's get that going and get that multi-analyzer built soon, hopefully. Go ahead and set up a stockpile specifically for plasteel. Just put that right there. Important raw resources, plasteel. Great. I don't think I have any. It would show up in here, so I don't have any. I'm a third of the way to the amount of gold that I need, though. Unfortunately, I have to buy all the gold that I need. We've discussed this already. One thing I forgot to do was set up the drug incineration program. I don't like keeping nasty drugs like Wake Up and other, basically anything other than smoke leaf and alcohol. So I should have this set to burn the item of manufactured item of drugs. So flake, go juice, luciferum. Well, I don't want to burn the malaria block. Not like I'm going to get any of it. But all of those, and then set you up to burn those drugs to forever. Just close you in. And we're not going to burn joints, and we're not going to burn beer. Great. And you know what? I don't need to set an ingredient radius. You can have the widest radius you want. Oh, you know, I don't want you to do that because you don't want to do that because they will go and grab one drug. They'll run all the way across the map to grab one drug, carry it back, and do that one at a time. Whereas if you have them set to haul to the stockpile, they'll go and drag, you know, however many they can carry. Most pawns can carry 60 something, and usually the drugs are like 5 or 7. So, you know, you're going to save yourself 4 or 6 trips out there by just having a hauler haul it to that stockpile. So there's a nice tip to wrap up this episode with. I think I'm going to put in a cut. If you have enjoyed watching, then click the like button below. Also subscribe. And leave some comments. I would love to hear what you think, how you feel things are going while you're still watching. And I will write back and talk to you down in the comments. So thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.